Anyway, I'm going to try and record a introductory video to the functionality of this dashboard. To your left at the bottom we have the device settings, and to the right we have the profile settings. If I change any of the settings of the device, I get a pop-up that tells me the device settings have changed, and if I change anything on the profile side, I get bitrate changes saved pop-up, just notifying me that we have kept your state. We can tune the oscillator's offset here on the fly as you're transmitting or doing whatever you would like. We can set the digital gain at this moment only in 1 dB steps. We can also set the normal gain very nicely in 0.25 dB steps. We can set the mode. We can set all of these settings, and when we change them, they update the settings manager. Similarly on this side. This is pretty self-explanatory. These buttons at the bottom are just for my use mostly. I have DVVS GUI and if play and open NVLC on those ports just to monitor, have an extra source of monitoring besides the mini tuner. So they can just be ignored unless you have those applications, and you can use them as well. On this side, I have the common sample rates on the satellite, preset profiles. So you would run the configuration batch file in the root of the project, which is exactly the same set favorite bat file, the same as the DATV not so easy setup. Do that for each symbol rate. I have set them to software decoding on each of these with relatively decent settings. So you'll see the text of FFmpeg go red when you're too low. So your muxer is not performing very well. Then you can stop profiles. So if I click on that, sets up 66. I do believe this thing is not, the new firmware is not very good with lower symbol rates. I might be under correction. But to just illustrate what it does, it then sets up a predefined profile, which you can run. I know 250 works just fine. Yep, just fine. And you can't open any other profiles when you're running a current profile. If you change sample rate, constellation, or FEC, either by selecting these drop-downs or clicking on the spectrum channels, it would stop the current profile. So if I am currently on 2550 kilosymbols, this is a channel for 500 kilosymbols. It would then change the sample rate, stop the profile, and you are ready to go using a custom profile. Last run is just whatever you ran last. And from a profile perspective, and any of these settings also stop the profile. So from there, you must have an active profile with a green FFmpeg output, ideally. It's based on this speed variable at the end. If it's lower than 0.95, it goes red, which is bad, because then you drop frames. So yes, once the profile is active, then you can transmit, and your signal should show up. Let me go switch on the amplifier and illustrate this point. Since I'm already on 500 kilosymbols, changing the frequency on 500 kilosymbols does not stop the profile. If I click On this channel, which is channel 19, it is 333 kilosymbols at max. It stops the profile, changes it to the right frequency. So now if I add custom profile, drop the gain a bit, start the transmission, howdy how, there I am. And I can change frequencies as I am in the same channel space. If I hold shift and I click on the 500 kilosymbol channels, I get 333. Similarly on the big ones. So yes, that's this interface in a nutshell. Have fun.